Hello everyone, welcome to Advanced Knowledge System and a warm welcome to AKS IAS Academy, which is one of the premier institutions in India, and it offers examination coaching for UPSC CSE, State Public Service Commission, SSC Combined Graduate Level and CLAT examination. And about me, I am Sandeep Bhushan and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I take up international relations and internal security and the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And this session will be certainly useful for you because throughout my session I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases from the newspaper so that we will be identifying the factual, analytical and conceptual questions for the preliminary of UPSC examination. And while you imbibe the keywords and the key phrases in your answer notes so that your mains examination answer writing would become precise and concise and you would certainly score higher marks in the mains examination. So this session will help you to score higher marks for the mains 2020 as well as it will help you to crack for prelims and mains of 2021. And this session is in regards to the DNA, that is daily news analysis of the Hindu newspaper of today's, that is 31st December 2020. And before we get into the DNA of the newspaper, we will look at the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is think big, trust yourself and make it happen. So what is very important is you need to always think big and then trust yourself so that whatever you have planned, your short-term and long-term goals would certainly be a successful one and it will certainly happen the way you have planned. And now we will get into the DNA of the Hindu newspaper, and this is in regards to the issue which is certainly been almost 30 plus days or more than a 1 month. The issue is going on, that is the farmers' agitation on the farm bills, and this now the farmers as center have reached an agreement on 2 issues, but still there are other key issues which are still yet to have a kind of consensus between the center and the farmers. And the farmers were protesting, and the farmers who have protested since almost more than a month has come to or reached an agreement. Both the farmers and the government have reached an agreement on 2 issues. And what are the 2 issues that they have come to an agreement is on the decriminalization of stubble burning, and the other one is safeguarding of power subsidies. So the 2 issues which have been had an agreement or reached an agreement between the protesting farmers and the government of India is decriminalization of stubble burning and safeguarding of public or power subsidies. And these are the 2 issues which have come to a consensus out of 4 issues. That means there are 2 issues still which are pending on the negotiating table. And the farm unions were apprehensive earlier that they were being fined and they were also being given a jail term for stubble burning cases. And this was taken up by an ordinance by the government of India to make sure that there would be control on the air quality because of the air pollution, and to have a control on the air quality in the capital region. There was an ordinance which has come up that the one who is involved in the stubble burning, they would be fined and they would be also having a jail term. So now they have reached an agreement that the government has agreed to exclude the farmers from being part of facing fines. So now they would be not part of the penalties which the ordinance has come up to make sure that the air quality is maintained in the capital region. And the farmers have also felt that amendments being done to the Electricity Act will certainly harm them. So the one which is the bill which has been come up, or the ordinance which has come up, is in regards to the stubble burning, and the second one is in regards to the subsidies of the power, that is in regards to the Electricity Act. And the farmers wanted to ensure that there would be a continuance of the state power subsidies for irrigation purpose. So as per the Electricity Act, there wouldn't be any kind of power subsidies for the irrigation purposes. But now the government has also reached an agreement that the state power subsidies will be continued for the irrigation purposes. So these are the two issues which the farmers and the government of India have come to an agreement. But still, however, there is a deadlock which is been continuing in regards to the two biggest demands by the farmers, that is the repeal of three farm market reforms laws and the legal guarantee for the MSPs. And these are the two biggest demands which are still, it is an impasse, it is a deadlock, that the farmers are very particular about repealing the three farm market reform laws, and the other one is the legal guarantee for the minimum support price. And the further discussion or the meeting between the government and the farmers union will be held on January 4th 2021. And the agriculture minister has said that a legal guarantee, look at this keyword, agriculture minister has said that a legal guarantee for all the farm produce would be brought at a set rate, and this was not financially feasible. So to be brought, would be brought at a set rate. So they will definitely look at a particular rate, but it is not feasibly financially possible to have a legal guarantee. That is what the statement made by the agriculture minister. And the minister, in regards to the MSP, he said that the center is proposing to form a expert committee so that it would examine various implications on to the minimum support price, that is the legal guarantee on all the farm produce of the minimum support price. So there would be a set rate which the minister has said, and in turn the center would propose to set up an expert committee to look into or to examine various implications of legal guarantee to the MSP law. In turn, the farmers have welcomed the two issues which have been resolved, and the center has come to reach an agreement with the farmers, but they are not really happy the way the two other biggest laws, that is to repeal the three losses and to make sure that the legal guarantee for the MSP should be repealed. And they say that they will continue the protest until the elephant is in the room. So they will not move, or they will not budge with the moving away or to move away from the protest. And this is important topic both for prelims as well as mains examination, because here we are focused in regards to the decriminalization of stubble burning through an ordinance which the government has come up, and the other one is safeguarding of power subsidies, that is in regards to the Electricity Act. But the other two one is that the repeal of three farm laws or three farm market reform laws is the another keyword, and the legal guarantee for minimum support prices for all the farm produce. So these are the keywords which will be certainly a important topic or the news for the prelims as well as mains examination in regards to the agriculture. And the another news which is that UK has approved a vaccine, that is Oxford vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine by Oxford University and AstraZeneca has been approved for what? For emergency supply in UK. Look at it. Here the keyword here is emergency supply. So only for emergency supply, the vaccine by Oxford University and AstraZeneca has been approved in the UK, and the first doses being released, or it has been released on December 30 and the vaccination will begin early 2021. And the approval of the emergency supply of the Oxford University COVID-19 vaccine and the AstraZeneca in UK has a significant impact in India. Why does it have a significant impact in India? Because a Pune-based Serum Institute of India has had tied up with AstraZeneca to deploy the vaccine in India. So that now, as AstraZeneca has been given approval for the emergency supply in the UK, therefore there is a possibility that the regulators in India would come up or would review that the Pune based SII with AstraZeneca would come into the mode of also being approved for the emergency usage of the vaccine in India. And the health ministry has said that the subject expert committee of the regulator, that is the DCGI, Drugs Controller General of India, is still analyzing the additional data which is being provided by the Serum Institute of India, and as it is still analyzing the data about the phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials, so therefore the expert or subject expert committee of the DCGI would again reconvene once again on January 1st, 2021 to look into the matter that whether there could be an approval given to the SII and AstraZeneca for the emergency use authorization in India. And the India's drugs regulator, that is DCGI, has convened meeting just before or just hours after UK has given an emergency authorization or emergency use authorization, and the same now the DCGI is also reviewing the application which has been submitted by the Serum Institute of India, which is a Pune based, for emergency use authorization in India. So this is the keyword, that is the emergency use authorization. So we will look at what is emergency use authorization, which is different from clinically tested drug. Please do understand, it is emergency use authorization, which is, we will look at difference because it is not a clinically tested drug in regards to the phase 3 trial. This emergency use authorization is for active immunization. Look at it. Here it is not a clinically tested drug, but emergency use authorization of the COVID-19 vaccine, which is by SII and AstraZeneca. It would be given permission by the Indian drugs regulator, that is by the subject expert committee of DCGI, that is Drug Controller General of India, would be only for active immunization of individuals of 18 years or older, and EUA, that is emergency use authorization, would give recommendations, or it would go ahead with 2 doses as per the India's drug regulators, and these 2 doses for active immunization of individuals of 18 years or older people would be at an interval of between 4 and 12 weeks. So the importance of knowing or understanding what is emergency use authorization is also crucial information for preliminary as well as mains UPSC perspective. EUA is an active immunization with 2 doses with an interval between 4 and 12 weeks for 18 years or older, and EUA, that is emergency use authorization, allows an organization to launch vaccine. That is what now the organization is SII along with AstraZeneca. So it is giving an organization to launch a vaccine without putting it through. This is crucial, without putting it through. So we are not going, this emergency use authorization is not going ahead, or it is not following, or it is not going through the full range of test. That is what I said, clinically tested drug versus emergency use authorization. So this is not going, that is, emergency use authorization doesn't go through the full range of test that a new tested vaccine must usually go through. That is, phase 1, 2 and 3 have to be taken into consideration. In different phases, the clinically tested drug will only be approved by the WHO, that is World Health Organization. Only then it is a clinically tested drug approved, or clinically tested approved drug by the WHO. But here we are talking about the emergency use of authorization of the vaccine, which has got its approval in the UK, and that is also very significant in India, as we discussed that the Serum Institute of India, that is Pune based, is also tied up with AstraZeneca. And this EUA is the keyword which you need to understand for the conceptual understanding of the emergency use authorization. And this shown the clinically trials to be safe and effective. And this emergency use authorization also, it should look into, or its regimen is to look into any kind of symptomatic COVID-19 with no severe cases and with no hospitalization more than 14 days after the second dose. So there would be 2 doses as we discussed, and the emergency use authorization regimen should be safe and should be having no severe cases, no hospitalization more than 14 days after the second dose. Only then it will be showing any clinical trials to be safe and effective. And along with this SII, there are applications being pending even at the Subject Expert Committee of Director General of India, DCGI, Director Controller General of India, that is even Bharat Biotech is also have given the application for Covaxin candidate, and also the Pfizer, which is also pending with its vaccine, that is mRNA, that is messenger RNA vaccine, is also been reviewed by Director Control General of India. And both AstraZeneca and Pfizer have been approved in UK and US. That means AstraZeneca in UK and then Pfizer in US has been approved, and they have been approved only when the data has been publicized, and now they are ongoing in regards to the phase 3 trials of the AstraZeneca and Pfizer in UK and US respectively. And the UK government has accepted the recommendations by the MHRA, that is Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, to authorize the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine for emergency use. So as we have the DCGI, that is Director Control General of India in India, which is a regulatory authority, the same way you have an agency in UK, that is Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, has authorized the AstraZeneca and the Oxford University vaccine to be used in the case of emergency. So this is the information which is probably useful for prelims and also mains examination in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine candidate, and the importance of the keyword, that is emergency use authorization. And there is another news which talks about the government has given nod or permission for 3 missions. So the government of India has announced that it would open 3 missions in Estonia, Paraguay and Dominican Republic in the year 2021. And we know that that is Indian missions would be opened up in the 3 countries, that is Estonia, Paraguay and Dominican Republic. And if you look at Paraguay and Dominican Republic had already set up the missions in Delhi in the year 2006. And this setting up of the Indian missions in the three countries would enhance the India's diplomatic presence. So what is the benefit of the Indian mission setting up in the three countries or various other countries is it enhances the diplomatic presence, and it will also provide market access for various Indian companies, and also it will bolster or improve exports of goods and services of India into various other countries. So this is the importance of setting up of three missions or Indian missions in various countries, and these missions will help in regards to expanding India's diplomatic footprint. It will deepen political relations, and it will enable the growth of bilateral trade, investment and economic engagements in various countries or respective countries, and it will facilitate stronger people to people contacts, and also it will bolster political outreach in the multilateral fora, so that what India is expecting that it would be playing a very important role in multilateral organization, and these missions will also help garner support for foreign policy objectives. So India's foreign policy, the objective of Indian foreign policy would be met, and it would garner support for India's foreign policy. And the missions also will help the diaspora members who are residing in various countries, or especially in this in regards to Estonia and Paraguay and Dominican Republic. And the External Affairs Minister of India, as Jaishankar, has said that India is looking forward for early establishment of these three missions in the three countries, or Indian missions in three countries. And in turn, the response of the India's External Affairs Minister to open up or early establishment of Indian missions in Dominican Republic, that is the foreign minister, has made a statement that opening of the Indian mission will strengthen and deepen the bonds between India and Dominican Republic. And the Estonian foreign minister has also said that by opening up of Indian missions in Estonia will strengthen ties in trade and cyber security, and he has welcomed the decision of India to open the Indian mission in Estonia. So this information is crucial for international relations and India's foreign policy towards especially now Estonia and then Paraguay and Dominican Republic. How we are also focusing not only in regards to the international relations but also in regards to the economy. Because it focuses on trade, investment and economic engagement, along with the making sure that there would be people to people contact. So when we are talking about this people to people contact, it is again the diplomatic relations. So diplomacy comes into action wherein we are having people to people contact. So this is certainly having more impact on the diaspora also. As part of the international relations, the one of the topic is on the diaspora. So how the opening of Indian missions will also help the diaspora members residing in various countries, and wherein again diaspora will bring back the remittances to India, and it will help the foreign exchange reserves, foreign exchange reserves of India. So this is a crucial information both for prelims as well as mains examination. And the another news which talks about is the cabinet has given approval for the export, that is Akash missile exports, and this is an effort to boost the defense exports. So the keyword is to boost the defense exports, and the Union Cabinet has taken the decision, has approved the export of indigenously, this is a keyword, indigenously developed and manufactured the Akash missile, that is short range surface to air missile, that is SAM system. So Akash is SAM system which is useful for preliminary examination of UPSC. So Akash is a short range surface to air missile system, and the Union Cabinet has approved the export of the indigenously developed and manufactured missile, that is Akash missile. And the Defense Ministry has also said that apart from Akash, there are various countries are showing interest in regards to importing various others platforms, that is coastal surveillance system, radars and air platforms. So along with the missiles, even the coastal surveillance system, radars and the air platforms are also in the pipeline for the exports of the indigenously developed and manufactured defense exports. And the cabinet has approved a high level committee. Why did the cabinet approve the high level committee? Because this high level committee will, or once it is formed, it will expedite, it will increase or it will fasten the clearance of all the defense exports of the indigenously developed and manufactured goods. And the faster approval of exports by the setting up of or comprising of the committee, that is the high level committee. It comprises of defense minister, external affairs minister and national security advisors. So these three ministries would be part of the high level committee, which will expedite the clearance of the defense exports. And this committee would authorize all the subsequent exports of the indigenous platforms to various countries. And the committee, that is high level committee, would also explore various available options, including the government to government route. So here the keyword is the government to government route, apart from the private companies or private defense manufacturing units. Rather than that, it would also include government to government route. This is in regards to defense exports and focusing on Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant India, and making sure that we are protecting and supporting financially the indigenously developed and manufacturing units through Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, self-reliant. So this is crucial for prelims as well as mains examinations. And in regards to the, as for till now, Indian defense exports were only going ahead with spare parts and components, but now with the decision of the cabinet, it will go ahead with the exports of big platforms now, which was earlier minimal. Now it will go ahead with improving its defense products, and that will make India globally competitive in regards to the defense exports. And if you look at this Akash surface to air missile system, this is a SAM system, and this is one of the 5 core missile system of integrated guided missile development program. So it is IGMDP, that is integrated guided missile development program, and it was launched by India in the year 1983. So Akash or SAM system is one of the 5 core missile systems of IGMDP, which was launched in India in the year 1983. This is a crucial information. And Akash is now deployed in IAF, Air Force and also in the Army, Indian Army, and its length is 5.6 meters and its interception range is 25 kilometers, and it is indigenously 96% of the Akash surface to air missile system SAM is 96% indigenously, and 88% is the probability of killing within a specified kill zone, and this is Akash surface to air missile. So this can be very important information for prelims as well as mains in regards to the Indian or national security, protecting India, and this has come at the time to counter dragon, that is China. That what we, I mean, both India and China have the skirmish or the face off along the LAC in the eastern Ladakh. Now India has now gone ahead with making sure that it has inducted, and it is now also going ahead with exporting. It is not just inducting or deploying. What is important is it has gone ahead with exporting Indian defense exports. So it is making it very clear that the efficiency of the Akash surface to air missile is very probable that it is a big platform for India. And now we will focus at the recapitulation of the DNA, and this was in regards to the agriculture reforms we have focused, and what are the two reforms which have come to an agreement between the farmers and the government of India. And this is as per the health, the approval of AstraZeneca or the Oxford University AstraZeneca has been approved by UK, and in India, that is DCGI would or is still going ahead with studying the data of the SII and AstraZeneca trials which have been taken up in the phase 1 and phase 2 trials. And this is in regards to the international relations, setting up of the Indian missions, so that it will help in various perspective for India's growth in regards to the economy and also political stability, and also for the diaspora, and it impacts the India's foreign policy also. And this is in regards to the defense exports or Indian defense exports. The cabinet has given approval for Akash missile exports, which will be useful for prelims as well as mains perspective. So I hope this session was an informative, knowledgeable session, and we are focused from mains and perspective point of view. And I would say a very big thank you and a good luck. And a good luck is the result of good planning. So I hope you had a very good planning throughout 2020, the entire year. And I hope from tomorrow, the new year of 2021 would also start with a good planning. Only once you have a good planning, then certainly you have good luck in your preparation. And I would also wish to say that maintain consistency, stick to your schedule, and then take care of your physical health and mental health. And do not forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe the AKS IAS English Medium YouTube channel, and also have access to the website and the Telegram link of AKS, that is Advanced Knowledge System. And then see you tomorrow for the daily news analysis. And I would say that this year was a very good year to you all for your preparation. And then with a positive note, we would sign off for the 2020, and then we would welcome 2021. Thank you very much.